Of nothing.
Hey.
I wouldn't know. Shit. Fuck it. All liquor trash.
Nah. Some alcohol actually tastes good.
This nigga's a connoisseur. I told you.
This nigga's an alcoholic.
Hey, yo, fam.
What happened?
Last week I was the only one that didn't have no glasses. Now I'm the only one that
Share
don't have
what?
no hat. What's up with y'all niggas,
Huh?
man?
Share the live feed.
Oh shit.
Go share. Fuck sharing.
You got attitude, man.
I do.
What's going on?
It's Wednesday.
You all right?
Yeah, no, I'm straight.
You got the eye of the tiger?
Yeah, we going to have to come into that, dog.
What?
Eye of the tiger.
I'm with it.
She gonna get us kicked off.
Oh yeah. Oh, we just hum the beat. There you go.
Oh, how did I do this again? Oh,
Hit that share shit. Right post.
going live.
Boom, boom, boom.
Hey, why can't I write the? Oh,
Are you fucking kidding me?
What song is Legacy?
Y'all ready?
yeah. Let's go. Man, nigga, don't get us kicked off, nigga. What you doing? Nigga beef. Nigga be being trifling.
Be a trifling nigga, man.
That's a dope ass beat.
Yo. All right, man.
Are you fucking kidding me?
All right. What time is it?
6:30.
6:30. All right, man. My nigga Spills, is you ready? My ace. Well, I got two of my aces up here, man. My nigga Spills, a.k.a. Young Mark, a.k.a. the Penny Broker. That's cool. That's cool. And also featuring the red print, Mr. Invisible, my nigga Benjamin Reddy. And we gonna remix the intro. We got a special guest. Well, he's not really special no more because this nigga done been on the episode like.
And he really not a guest. He not
Yeah, so this nigga, he pretty much like Teflon from MOP, like he like Dr. Snoop to. Is it immaculate? Immaculous.
I think it might be immaculate, but if you want to say immaculate, then
I'm
it's
feeling,
fine.
I'm feeling immaculate right now. I'm feeling immaculate, nigga. I'm feeling immaculate. You know what I'm saying? I'm feeling real braggadocious.
Yeah.
You know
All
what I'm
that.
saying? Real motherfucking spiritual, man. Real. Did I say remarkable?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I'm feeling remarkable. I'm feeling real Busta Rhymes right now.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? I'm feeling so imperial right now. Yeah, you know, not the street.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So yeah, that's how my week been going. Spills, man.
XO first.
Oh, man.
Saturday, man.
How your week going, man?
It's going good, man.
It's going good.
Chilling.
It's going good or it's going great?
Loving life.
You loving life, man. You know what I'm saying? Fuck them. B, Mr. Invisible. All right. Present. How your week been going, man?
Trash.
Cool. I don't want y'all to hear that.
Yeah. Yeah.
We listen, man. Don't worry, be happy. You live. You live to fight another day. And that next day when you wake up, you beat more ass. Or beat her ass.
Beat more ass.
Spills, man. Oh, yeah. Don't worry, be happy.
Yeah.
I feel like we should all take a shot while the song is on.
Or you can play what's the last song on the
Fuck it.
Chronic? What's the last song on the Chronic?
Here, nigga.
Nobody want to answer that? Hey, somebody in the message board tell me the last song on the Chronic.
Go ahead, nigga.
That's not the Chronic.
I'll find out for you right now. But go ahead.
Not the Chronic song.
Make my funk to be funk.
All right, but
Wanna get
while we
fucked
finding the
up.
last song on the Chronic, or the second to the last song to the Chronic, not the song the Chronic, it's the song before it.
Nah.
Well, you
what?
taking a shot?
Yeah, I got my. I'm good.
Yo.
Yeah, I got my shit. You know what I'm saying?
Last song on the Chronic is
What? What's up?
yeah, nah. I
That nigga
got
said, yeah, nah.
I got
Spills, how you doing, man? How your week going, man?
it's going tremendously satisfactory.
What?
Tremendously satisfactory.
I feel like you read that off a tag right now.
Yeah, man. Nah, it's good, man. You know what I'm saying? Ups and downs, smiles and frowns. But we all taking the positive out of shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Humble flex, no matter what.
Nah, always, man.
But man, you know everything good, man. Like I can't complain, man. Bash is healthy.
Yeah.
My niggas is healthy.
Yep.
My niggas is all present.
Yeah.
So we good.
Yeah, man. And we hope the listeners. I want for real quick. I want to give a shout out to the listeners too, and the people in the message board for staying consistent, showing love, spreading love,
Spreading buns.
and spreading buns. You know what I'm saying? We appreciate it. Shout out to all of the free shit I got last week. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. And the free shit I'm gonna get next week.
And the free shit I'm getting next week. The free shit we get next week. You know.
Shout out.
Shout out, man. We appreciate this, man. It's
Hey,
a
B, you want a
movement.
shot, dog? Come on, we taking a shot.
It's a movement. Last year was about Brandon. This year is about expanding.
I don't even know who Brandon is, but yeah.
Nah, Brandon.
Oh, Brandon. Yeah. I drink brandy too.
Shout out to Brandon Lawrence. That's my nigga.
Shout out to Brandon Lawrence.
You know what I'm saying?
Hey, salute.
Oh,
Salute, man. Only red cups.
Yeah, red cups only.
salud.
Yeah. Like,
Yeah.
Hey, bless
Yeah.
you. Hey, bless you.
yeah, excuse me. So
Hey, I was watching.
I wanted to. I had a question, man. Did we elaborate on DMX last week? I feel like we didn't.
Nah,
We didn't.
We didn't.
Yeah, man.
Nah, that was no,
To the world,
no,
We thought
no,
he was gone, but
no, because that happened on the Sports for You podcast. Shout out to Sports for You podcast. Remember we did it Thursday.
Yeah, that was a remix. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
this is Sports for You podcast.
Are you kidding me?
No. I need the
because
cussing one.
Are
Oh.
you fucking kidding me?
Yeah, there you go.
Got it. Because John don't cuss, right? No, wait a minute.
Your fam. People don't know John cuss.
Yeah, I said, why is Sports for You rated G?
Yeah, because people don't know John's a demon deacon.
Man.
Crip Deacon.
Yeah, man. The whole world knows we lost a legend, a great in hip hop, and just a special man.
DMX, aka Earl Simmons, to what we don't know. I don't even want to put that what they saying he died of out there like that. We don't know, but I kind of wanted to speak on it because I think I told Spills last week when we were trying to find out whether he was gone or not for sure. They say whatever type of music you listen to, whatever it is, you know you love it if it first of all, if you're passionate about it, or if some song or some artist touch you a certain way emotionally. And out of all the R&B songs that I like grew up to, from a kid to an adult, DMX is the only artist that made, and I was a teenager, that made me get emotional off of a song. That's the first and only artist, and the song was when he got the I Miss You song about this. I think we did talk about that.
We did.
The I Miss You song with,
we talked
about his grandmother.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I think I was telling O that too. This one for me felt kind of close because I'm an original DMX fan. Like even like when Pac died, I was a fan of Pac, but not like I wasn't a crazy fan of Pac. And then all the shit that was happening to him, I thought Pac died like 5 times. You know what I'm saying? Like he was always getting shot and he was always in some type of drama. So it's almost like we were prepared for that to happen. But I was a fan of Pac, just not a big fan. Even like when Eazy-E died, you know what I'm saying? I was just kind of I never really was a big fan of Eazy-E. Big L, Pun, all that. Like I wasn't a personal fan. Like at one point in time, none of those MCs was never my favorite. DMX got about like that first album going into the second album. He was one of my favorite MCs. So and I got brothers and homies and family members who. That's why I said like it hit me kind of personal because I felt like all of us, we knew him. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like this I knew I was sad about it. I knew O was sad about it. I knew you was sad about it. I knew B was sad about it. We was all sad about the same, especially Doc. Shout out to Doc, man. He's probably him and B is probably the biggest
DMX
the big I mean like man, Doc used to fight niggas over DMX when we was young.
I also feel like, man, when Pac died, like for me, I was 13 when Pac died. So I don't think that was like really like it really hit me like that. You know what I'm saying? Like at 13, I'm like, I don't know him personally, so it's sad that he died.
Right.
But I feel like DMX is the first artist for me that I grew up with his music.
Yeah.
As me as like becoming a teenager, then going into a man, I'm listening to all his music, and so when he passed, like that shit hit me different. Like I feel like how older niggas was when Pac died, when they was sad about it, is probably how like we taking DMX now.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Or like our OGs and parents, like when like Marvin Gaye died,
even like when Eazy-E died in what 92, 93
around there.
I was 10,
95,
95
like that. I think 95. Yeah.
Okay, he died 95. I was fucking 12.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, I like the music, but it didn't really hit me like that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
I was never a big fan of Eazy-E like that. Not to take nothing from him. But I think like you hit it. You hit the nail right on the head. Pause. That we grew up
as adults,
kids.
Yeah.
I think everybody in this motherfucker had a dog chain probably.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Was wearing it. Yep. Yeah. Like DMX made that shit cool. I remember running around school growling.
And it's real, and it's funny because I heard somebody say that like we gotta take that into consideration. Like DMX had grown men growling and barking.
Man, for real.
You know what I'm saying?
For real, man.
Yeah, he made that shit cool.
I had my own phone line in high school for about a month. That's how I answered the phone. I pick it up and go. It was I swear DMX made niggas wear cutoffs as t-shirts, like them Rough Rider t-shirts. Used to get them in cutoffs. I ordered one. I was like, yo, give me a cutoff joint. Like wearing that shit to school.
It's funny because a couple weeks ago, I don't know if it was on the air or not, but me, you, and B had that conversation about DMX, about how y'all couldn't listen to the Damians, right?
The second after the first one. I listened to the first one.
He said, yeah, I remember he said he didn't like none of them. And you said, I don't know if you said you didn't like that 1, 2, X is coming for you on the first album, right?
No, I like that.
Okay.
I didn't like the
second Damien,
the Omen shit, and that's the shit with
Marilyn Manson.
To me, maybe my mind was just sick and weird back then. Like I had to listen to the Damians and the Omens before I listened to the conversation and the prayer. You know what I'm saying? Like it was like, to me, it was just like one before the other.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I like both of them. I always liked it. And then like once it came out that he passed, like that's the first thing I listened to again on It's Dark and Hell is Hot was Damien, and then the prayer, and then that led into the conversation. You know what I'm saying? Because like the last 4 bars on the prayers when he was like, if I got to suffer for my brother to see the light.
Oh, give me pain till I die. Please, Lord,
and then the way that beat come in, nigga, that shit give me chills to this day, nigga.
Yeah.
Like that shit was just dope, dog.
Yeah, the conversation is one of my favorite.
Nah,
I got a couple of them, but
nigga, when we was in Vegas, nigga, we ran it back like 27 times,
and I hadn't heard it in a minute. Doc put that shit on, nigga.
It's just funny how all this happened and DMX passed. We was in Vegas, nigga.
Yeah,
and this is before we knew anything about what was gonna happen with DMX. Doc played the conversation. It just came on and like randomly.
Yeah,
that nigga Will said, started talking like he was from Yonkers, like, yo. That's my nigga. hey, run that shit back.
Run that shit back, B.
That's my man.
I think I yelled from the back. I said, yo, run that shit back.
That nigga was talking. That nigga was in the back, had the window rolled down, talking to the niggas on the street, like, yo, what up?
That shit was funny. Yeah, that was my shit, man. But yeah, DMX, he touched a lot of people, and I'm noticing now. I think B said this like 2 years ago on No-Rulez about how DMX
like the ice cream truck
was is the closest we got to hip hop period to a Pac.
It was,
and I didn't realize that until he said that. And I think that was like 2 years ago when he said that or whatever. But it really was. It really was.
And DMX came in at the right time because like Pac died in '96.
Yeah.
It's Dark and Hell is Hot came out in '97, right? '98. So that's what I'm saying. Like it was like right on time, dog. So it was like, damn, everybody who liked Pac, and then you have a nigga who came with that same energy, nigga.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I think he was he was a more he didn't
Real flashy.
No. I fuck with X, man. I fuck with Dark Man X, man.
And it's dope how he didn't. It wasn't the copied. He didn't copy Pac.
He didn't copy Pac.
He was
just being himself.
You know what I'm saying? Swizz Beatz said something the other day. I was watching his live. He was like, he was like, I said this before Earl died. He was like, man, X was a different artist. He said, he was like, he said, y'all know who I'm talking about. He says, not just one artist. He was like, I worked with a lot of artists. He's like, even ones that wasn't on Rough Riders. He's like, X really was him. He said, really didn't care about nothing. He said, you didn't see X with a Lamborghini. He said, you saw X with cars that we like and we still like. He said, that nigga would go spend thousands, hundreds of thousands on go-karts and remote control cars and dog chains. He said, that nigga didn't give a fuck about jewelry. You know what I'm saying? He said, nigga, you always, he said, we would try to tell him, yo, leave the Timbs alone. Sorry wearing his nope. You know what I'm saying? Rip Jink, you know, myself. All that. Like that was it.
I mean, and let's be honest, man. I'm going on record saying that it's DMX made Swiss. Because before it's
you know what
I'm saying? So like, like I think that's, you know,
I can see that.
He did.
Because Swiss was, I was watching that Rough Riders documentary. They said nigga Swiss was an 18-year-old with a Casio. Before DMX.
Yep.
and they put him with DMX and that shit rock, nigga. So man, you know, it's sad, but man, actually I'm happy for X because I don't think he's suffering no more, man.
Yeah.
Like when somebody you see somebody struggling like that and going through depression and battling addiction.
Yeah.
I think that's tough for somebody who's actually living, man.
Let me ask y'all before we get off the DMX topic. And I'll answer the question too. What was the first DMX song or a song he was featured on that had you like, yo, this nigga's dope?
Well, of course, but the first time we heard him was 4-3-2-1.
I'm just saying,
and that was dope. But I'm not gonna lie, nigga. The single "Get at Me, Dog."
Get at me, dog.
Like "Get at Me, Dog." Once I heard that shit just like, okay, I want to hear more from this nigga.
Yeah. What about you? Oh,
When he came in on that Jay-Z song, money, cash, hoes, money, cash, hoes.
that's after As Dark as Heaven's High.
No, I'm saying like
That's
that
what
right
got
there.
you?
That right there got me.
Uh-huh.
But Rough Riders anthem.
Okay.
Ain't gonna lie.
Okay.
Rough Riders anthem was dope. Yeah.
Invisible B, man. What Get at me,
Me,
dog.
Yeah.
Man, mine's was I'm saying Get at me, dog. 4-3-2-1 had me like, yo, who is this nigga? But
You're right.
Cannabis killed it.
Of
Everybody
course.
know I was a
Of
Cannabis
course.
fan. Cannabis killed it, so I was like, Cannabis killed that song. DMX had his voice got me from 4-3-2-1. I was like, yo, who is this nigga that sound like he in the alley and you can't see nothing but his eyes?
Yeah, nigga.
And then Get at me, dog. Like, as soon as that shit come on, like
Yeah,
Burner,
nigga.
I was like,
Yeah,
what the fuck? That's the first song I started like dissecting. I'm like, I looked at the video and was like, yo, that's Mace in the video. I'm like, nigga, wait a minute, that's Sheik on the fucking hook.
They did that in the tunnel.
In
out
the
there,
tunnel.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that was a live performance.
Yep. Everybody who's somebody in New York, nigga, always talk about that when they come to X. It was like, nigga, that first video, nigga.
Message board, man. If y'all rocking with us, man, let us know y'all whatever DMX song got y'all for the first time or whatever. Like it was his intro, whatever it is.
And I think I told you niggas, I put that shit up on my Instagram story, nigga, that like it's a bar that when I first heard it, it was on It's Dark and Hell is Hot, nigga. When he was like, nigga, if you never talk to me, you have no right to judge me.
Yeah.
I got a good heart, but this heart can get ugly. Like, nigga, at a young age, nigga, I felt that like deep in my spirit, nigga.
Yeah.
And I was just like, yeah, nigga.
What bar moved y'all on Get at Me, dog? I got the most simplest one, and it's because of the video too. That's the shit was crazy. What bar got y'all like woo? I'm gonna start with
I don't know, nigga. Let me see, nigga. I'm see. I don't know if it was a specific bar, nigga.
Yeah. What about you? Oh, nah. Well, he didn't even say Get at
He
Me, dog. He
said
said Rough Riders
Riders
anthem.
I wasn't into it like that.
Yeah.
You didn't like it at me, dog, like that?
I liked it, but not
Yeah,
like
but-
Rough Riders
what's-
anthem.
When he dissed K Solo?
No.
Oh.
How he ended the song.
Protected by Viper. Stand back.
What?
Yeah. What you niggas is Yo, what got me, niggas pull up the video. And niggas was young back then. Niggas 17, 18 years old, nigga. Our era of videos was different.
Right.
Like, that was like superhero shit to us. And when that nigga was like, one in the back with your faggot ass face down. Lucky that you breathing, but you dead from the waist down. And on the video, when he went like this, from the waist down. That shit got me, nigga. I was like, yo, this nigga is cold. And this nigga out on overalls, nigga. And it's 1998. I was like, what? Like this
With
nigga.
no shirt on.
With no shirt on, man.
Yeah.
DMX, if we think about it, DMX saved
Def Jam.
New York hip hop again. Because New York hip hop wasn't grimy and edgy.
It wasn't. It wasn't.
It was flashy.
Yeah. Because they got away from the mob peeps.
Yeah, because Puff started that shiny suit shit. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, I think I said before, he saved Def Jam.
Well, Redman really saved Def Jam, but that's for another.
We can say that too. But
Jay-Z was on Def Jam, wasn't he?
Nah, he was that went till later. Nah, not 98. He was still Rockefeller Priority. It was Rockefeller Priority.
You talking about
He didn't get to
they did the
Def
Hard
Jam
Knock Life tour?
until
Look, Def Jam was
JG. What Jay
JG.
wasn't on Def Jam till later.
I thought only the first album was on Priority.
It was Priority / Rockefeller. Then they got the full distribution deal, and it was all Rockefeller. Because remember, Dame got into it with the Def Jam shit. With remember that big ass scene where he's like, "Yo, nigga, Jay not a Def Jam artist."
So what was the association?
They would, yeah.
It was always Def Jam after Priority.
It was, yeah. But it didn't get remember it was like they had the.
And Redman said
Yeah, Warren G take a look over my shoulder, and Redman's and Doctor because they was going down. They was going to they was.
man said it was the first album.
Who?
Nah, it was take a look over my shoulder.
What was out on that time of
Nothing.
Nothing.
Jail felony wasn't gonna cut it.
No, that's what I'm saying. It was the fact that Warren G had a nice little buzz for the East Coast on the being a West Coast artist.
Yeah, but I think when DMX came out, nigga, that overshadowed all that shit.
Yeah, of course. I'm saying, but you know, they wasn't. It's like Def Jam wasn't never gonna go nowhere, but they artist was going down at that time. And then Redman dropped Doc's the name, and it's funny because me and Fat talk about that all the time. When you, even a couple of my homies, when you think about when I first heard that, and I was like, what Redman album was it? And I was like, it gotta be Muddy Waters. And I looked it up, and it was like, nah. What, Muddy Waters? No, it didn't. But Doc's the name did, and that's why it helped.
Doc's the name is the one. What single was on that one?
That's when he had the most singles off of one album.
Yeah, the little character.
He got I Be That.
Yeah,
the one with Busta Rhymes.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is shit right here. You getting this kicked off on Invisible Beat?
And India said X had underground shit out from '94.
Shit.
What happened?
India said X had underground shit from '94.
Yeah, he did. They said that nigga was hot in the late '80s as a rapper. That's
When he was a teenager.
Yeah, that's why he did that line like, yo, that nigga K Solo can suck my get at me, dog. Like they said, K Solo was like a hot new artist, and they said that nigga battled him and destroyed him.
That nigga,
So-
that's for, what happened, B?
Who y'all got against DMX first 5 albums? Another artist, first 5 albums.
DMX
Well, I asked you about that. Well, I asked niggas about that. Where would you rank DMX discography?
Yeah, he did put that in the chat, but I said that's hard to do.
The people I was listening to, they all from the East Coast. They had DMX in the top 15. Some had him in the top 10 discography with just his first 5.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
can see that top 10. Yeah,
Yeah.
Without the first 5, those other ones
What about the
ain't gonna
What happened?
hurt those 5.
yeah.
What about the greats that didn't have 5 albums though?
Well,
And
that
that's the argument that a lot
That
of
was
people
the shit
have.
that I said.
A lot of people
It's hard
have.
to
But
do.
see, it's
Certain class.
But see, it's hard to do that because like I was saying last week, like if Snoop died after Murder Was a Case soundtrack,
He would have been the greatest.
and all you heard was Doggy Style, the Death Row shit, and then Murder Was a Case soundtrack. But that's what niggas do.
Doggy
With,
he
classic,
would have been the greatest.
but that's what
He would've
niggas
been
do
the
it big
greatest.
though. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. So like, what's the
Yep.
what's the limit or the limit you have to have for
I think you
albums?
gotta do like 3. It'd be easier to gauge it by 3 albums.
That's making it worse.
The first 3
Yeah,
albums.
because a lot of people don't have
A lot of people don't have solid first 3 albums.
First 3.
A lot of people don't have a solid first 3.
Yeah. It's always a crazy opinion. That's why I put in the group chat about Nas. I am going 4.5 mics. Niggas look at that shit all they want right now and be like, fuck that, whatever. But back then, I always did. But back then, that's how we pretty much rep the album. It was from the 5 mics in the source. And that nigga got 4.5. Now, that's from Illmatic, It Was Written, and I Am. You know what I'm saying? That's a nice little 3. And then you go to, I think me and B talked about that before. If you're not a fan, then yeah, you're going to be like, I don't know about Nostradamus or whatever, and I get it. But even Jay, it's like Reasonable Doubt, and some people don't like me. Mark is probably the only nigga that agrees or knows other people that likes
Volume
and
1.
put Volume 1
Everybody
up there.
everybody know from the East Coast say Volume 1 is Jay best album.
And I used to get shitted on because I was like, that's my favorite Jay album. And niggas be like, nigga, you don't like Reasonable Doubt. But then going to B. Me and B already flipped that. What was it? It's been about a couple
Hey,
yeah, we flipped her too. A couple of months ago when I was like, nigga, I couldn't get on Reasonable.
He said, "Hey, that's what I'm talking about."
We talked about how when B went back, because I would always say Enigma at the time in '96 was a better album than Reasonable Doubt. You can't say that now. You can't say that now without getting shitted on. You know what I'm saying? Or niggas thinking you crazy.
But you can still say
No,
it. If you
reasonable-
feel
I
like
do
it.
still say it.
That's what I'm saying. If you feel like that, you can still say it. Fuck what niggas talking about.
I do. But B's the only, he the first nigga like in this time that he was like, yo, Will, I'ma go and listen to it and see if I can kind of zone in back to that and see what you saying. And they call me back like a day later, like, yo, I ain't gonna lie, Will.
Nah, be good for that though.
Yeah.
Be good for that.
All day that day? Yeah.
Yeah, nah, be good for that. Be good for going back to listen to an album
And then even like a great like Pop. Because the first two is like, That's what I'm saying.
That wasn't for us. That's why. It was for the cats a little bit older than us. That was that boom bap type West Coast.
I don't know.
It was something else.
Age-wise, he can do singles.
His singles was dope on there. Right. Brenda's Got a Baby. When My Homies Call.
But after that, name another song.
I didn't like those albums.
know,
But I felt like the cats that were older though, that were in the fire, like they was feeling it. No,
Nah, mine's neither.
for real.
Nah.
That's
Not-
what I
not
assumed.
until-
That's what I
not-
assumed.
But
Not
see-
until Me Against the World.
But see, I'm gonna be honest with you. See, even with the older people I was around, it wasn't never Pac being played. Like it was Cube, Quick,
Yep.
Snoop. You know what I'm saying? So
Niggas had the singles.
niggas had to sing, yeah.
Yeah.
Other than that,
His singles was big though.
Yeah.
That was
But I
big.
think
That was all on it.
I think when Me Against the World came out, that's when Pac became Pac.
I agree.
Yeah.
That's when
I
Pac,
always say that.
That's when Pac became Pac.
also a whole bunch of other shit that came with it.
Yeah,
Right. But we ain't gonna get into that. We talked about that last week.
For my niggas wasn't cool.
yeah. Strictly for my niggas had like
What was the other one?
the
The first one was Tupacalypse. Now.
Tupacalypse now.
Yeah, those I didn't. I Get Around was hard though.
Yeah, that's
Boy.
one strictly for my niggas.
Boy,
All the
that was
singles,
the shit.
all
boy.
the even the singles on Tupacalypse now,
Yeah.
from When My Homies Call and Brenda's Got a Baby, were dope. Then strictly for my niggas, it was Holla If You Hear Me, I Get Around. Nah, motherfucking.
I like that one. That was good.
That was dope. Yeah.
Keep Your Head Up.
Keep your head
Yep.
up.
Keep Your Head Up.
Big. Those are monumental songs.
Right.
Though.
So, yeah, on strictly for my niggas. Yeah. Holla If You Hear Me, I Get Around, Keep Your Head Up.
But those were some big songs though. Like those songs were better than, like it gave him. He had more notoriety than a lot of rappers with some complete albums.
Right.
Off those
Songs.
Off those singles, yeah.
I agree with that.
And it's dope that like, and another reason why I like Pac is because I even going back and listening to it, I'm not a big fan of Strictly for My Niggas and Tupacalypse Now or whatever, but
Nah.
hearing them singles and then when you get to Me Against the World and you hear what he did on that,
Yeah. Me Against the World is like, I feel like it's the first soulful hip hop album.
yeah,
That's what it gives me the, well, I'm going to say this first because it came first. Pause.
she always got to come.
Guys are morons.
Blueprint,
She always supposed to come first.
Blueprint and College Dropout give me the Me Against the World feel. Soulful.
Soulful.
That's a good one.
Yeah, it gives
That's a good
it like soulful as fuck. And I don't think we knew soulful hip hop when Pac dropped Me Against the World.
We didn't,
I don't think we did.
especially not here on the West Coast.
Nah.
We just knew that was more like earlier, like the jazz, when we could still hear like the jazz.
Yep. Ain't nothing like the old school.
Hey, and it's funny, you said
Man.
Blueprint, nigga. That nigga Kanye said, nigga, he was trying to do beats for Ghostface.
Yeah.
He ain't doing a lot of J beats.
Yeah. Yeah. But Jay wasn't known for soulful music.
That was
That's
no,
okay, yeah.
that was that album.
Yeah.
That was his soulful
That's
album.
his soulful album.
And I think, you know, I know a lot of niggas say Volume 1 and whatever it is, but I think that Blueprint changes to direct
What?
Don't do it.
The-
Don't do
What?
it.
the way his career was gonna go.
Yeah, man.
That's my nigga. Oh, and nigga, I see you nigga got homie right there. Niggas don't do that shit.
What?
Nothing, don't worry about it.
Yeah, man. So off the hip hop shit, man. Rest in peace, DMX.
No, rest in peace, X, man. For
Rest
real,
in
man.
peace, all the greats.
The dog.
We still got this bullshit going on, man. With what's dude name? Deontay
Dante Wright.
Deontay Wright, man. I seen that shit and got mad all over again.
They showed the video.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't want to look at it.
yeah, man.
Yeah.
I just found out about what happened last night.
Yeah.
I've been so unplugged.
Yeah, nah. We shout out to Justin, man. He put the video in the chat. He actually's in Minnesota too.
He live in Minnesota.
Yeah, he put
For
the
real?
video. He put
Yeah.
the video in the chat,
Yeah.
and that's when I saw it, man. That shit right there is
Yeah.
yeah, nah.
It's nothing
That's
to be
just
said.
and
It's been
then
said
and
already.
then this whole talk about, you know, the officer thought
Nah.
they was reaching for his
Nah.
tape. Like, oh, nigga, like you niggas is that shit. I'm saying, like that shit made me mad.
She was on the force for like 25 years.
I'm gonna just say, and she was the head of the police union.
Yeah, come
I'm
on,
gonna just
man.
say this, man. I think she was saying taser before she shot because she knew she was about to kill this nigga, and her saying taser is her way of like covering herself.
They saw.
Hell yeah.
She said taser before she shot the boy.
But she had her gun. She had a pistol in her hand. While she saying taser.
Right.
It sounds like she shouldn't have been a cop.
A
lot of them.
And you know what?
A lot of them.
And you know what I just found out is she was training somebody.
Yeah. I read that when it happened.
Yeah, she was training
when it
somebody.
happened.
She quit immediately, and the chief did.
Yeah.
Was it the same chief as the
But see, this is the thing is the chief came out and repeated what she said, right?
Yeah.
He's in an appointed position of they voted him that, right?
Mm-hmm.
So he think niggas is stupid too. Like you can't tell me, oh, I thought it was a fucking taser when I got my handgun in my hand. For one, the fucking taser is yellow.
Yellow as shit.
Come on, my nigga. And we're not even talking about the difference in weight, my nigga.
Yeah, you know which
Come
side.
on, man.
That has to be. I don't know if it's true or not, but you just like you know where your cuffs are. It's like you know where your extra cuffs are. Just like you know where your extra mag is. You know what side your firearm is on, and your taser.
From what I was told, nigga, your pistol is always supposed to be on your strong hand side. So if you right-handed, it's supposed to be on your right side.
Mm-hmm.
If you left-handed, you know it's gonna be over there.
Right.
Ain't no way in the world, my nigga, that she got her hand, like she had the gun out for at least 15 seconds before she said taser.
Right.
Nigga, you can't tell me, nigga, that you don't. Even if you was as dumb as fuck and you thought that you had a taser in your hand, you looking at him and can't see you got your pistol in your hand, my nigga.
Right.
It really don't matter if it was an accident or not.
It don't matter.
It don't.
It don't matter.
And that's why I said that's what pisses me off that they're talking about that.
Yeah.
They give them a little bit of I'm sorry, my bad.
No, you're
But
good.
They give the police all this leeway, bro. It's like
Yep.
they can make any other job. When you make a big mistake like that,
You're gone.
Out of there.
You're gone.
I worked.
Nigga
in
got
a
fired from Walmart
Man.
for putting the Oreos by the motherfucking Chips Ahoy.
Come on, man.
Mm-hmm.
Especially
Fuck you, Walmart.
especially when somebody dies. I worked in the logistics for 20 years. If somebody died, that whole facility was under investigation. Sometimes they even take the supervisors to the precinct to question them,
Mm-hmm. There should be somebody
like
died.
they were suspects.
Right.
Yeah.
So, but when the cops kill somebody, it's all these little remedial excuses, and people just like, oh yeah, all right.
But see, I think the thing is when she said that, that's the reason why they only go charge her for manslaughter too. Which means even if she get guilty, she's doing 4 at the most.
Well, that was a smart move on her end. That's all it was. It was a
And she
smart move.
still got her pension.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like there, and I guarantee you, if she do go in jail, does really go to jail, she's gonna be tucked away in somewhere protected.
India just said the system was never designed to protect and serve us. And
Well, if we really want to talk about cops, let's go to the origination of cops, where they was known to be. It started to be slave catchers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man.
You know what I'm saying? So that shit just trickled down to what it is now.
Yeah, man. This shit. I don't even want to say this shit got to stop. I'm tired of that.
Man,
Like for real, I'm tired of saying this shit got to stop.
Hey, man.
Like it's just. This is. I'm just gonna put it out there, man. This is why I don't feel sorry for whatever happens to police officers.
Listen,
when they getting shot, when old girl from Black Muscle shot.
yeah.
He's been something shut up.
She shot Black muscle
Yeah,
chick.
she stole Will Camaro.
Yeah, when she shot the nigga, I don't care.
Oh yeah.
Did he die?
Yeah. Nah, she died.
Oh,
No,
she
she
died.
died.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
She's
Well, when she died.
yeah.
Yeah, I don't care no more.
Hey.
I don't care. I don't care who tells me. I don't even care if you African American and you say your uncle or your dad or whatever is a police officer and they all not like that. I don't right that pushed the logic and the fair button that I had this whole time. That pushed it and turned it off. I don't care no more.
I never had a fair.
I don't care.
I never had a fair button with police.
I did because they're humans. You know what I'm saying? But now, like,
feel like-
fuck it. Now I don't care. Fuck the police.
I feel like every time I get pulled over or they stop me, they say, "You fit the description. You fit the description of a bad police officer."
Right.
So
Same
fuck
shit. Yeah, fuck them.
So fuck you.
On the count of 3, I say, fuck the police. Niggas don't know about Dilla. Fuck them, man.
Hey man, I saw this post, man, and this made me feel a certain type of way, but I felt it though. It said, "I thought it was my
Felt
taser. I thought it was my apartment. I thought I saw him or her with a gun. I thought he was selling Lucy's. I thought she was there alone. I thought she was getting smart with me. Their thinking equals terrorism for us. I'm tired of this shit."
Yeah.
That's crazy. If you put it like that.
Yeah,
Real
man.
shit. Yeah.
It's always I thought, and this is just the stuff that's making the news. Like I was reading something the other day where a dude got killed in Pasadena by a Pasadena police officer. Like in March.
Yeah.
And
There's a lot of shit
yeah,
that don't make
yeah.
the news. Yep.
Yeah, man.
And
Let
there's
me ask you this though.
Go ahead.
How do you feel when you express how you feel, and then somebody looks you in your face and gives you some bullshit
That's what I said.
explanation?
That's why I said from now on. That's why I wrote when I wrote my post. My post said,
That's
shit.
just crazy,
Let
man.
me see. What did I put on my?
Yeah,
shit?
I'm over that. They should have. Excuse me. They should have complied. Shit.
I'm over that because there was a post that was posted a couple months back when it was a white man had a gun in the car.
In the truck.
Threatened the police.
He said, "I'm gonna shoot you."
He told him to shoot, and the cops were like trying to reason with him.
Yeah, fuck that.
Yeah, and the niggas fucking drove off, and the police was just looking like,
and then they just pulled the lieutenant out of his car, pepper sprayed him.
Yeah.
I watched the whole video. They tried to flip that on him.
Fuck him.
Told him that if he just would have did this, he wouldn't have did that.
Yeah.
And you know,
and on top of that, my nigga, if we gonna talk about it, let's talk about it. I hate when niggas say, "Well, police is scared."
Yeah,
when
fuck
they
all
see
that
us.
now.
Nigga, for the past 6,000 years, look at history. We should be scared of white people. Nigga, fuck that. Nigga, you know what I'm saying? Especially
Nigga.
white people with power and guns.
Nigga,
fuck that,
We
nigga.
we could be driving in our cars, hella legit, registration up to date, tags up to date, going to work, off work, nothing going wrong, and we still have that fear when we hear that whoop.
Yep.
So fuck them.
You ain't even got to hit a whoop. If I
Yeah.
see the police lights,
Yeah.
like not the red and blue ones, when you
Right.
know it's a police car.
Right, and
you know what I'm saying?
And that's the thing. That's what doesn't get brought to the table. Like, there's a reason why we're like this, and this is why. And that's why I wrote on my post. I said I'm sick and tired of people who adopt the African American. I took this shit personal. That's why I said I took that shit personal.
Yeah.
I'm sick and tired of people who adopt our African American culture because it looks cool, yet deep down inside, they don't like us and they killing us. And that's why I wrote, don't say shit to me if you don't understand, because there's people that's gonna hit me with, well, not all of them are like that, you know, whatever. My thing is this is where I went left and took it personal. I'm tired of, that's why I highlighted adopting our African American culture. Like, they think we're cool. You know what I'm saying? They think what we have, and when I say think, y'all, y'all know who I'm talking about. And this is I don't give a fuck no more. This is to Hispanics, and this is to whites. This is to every one that is not African American. You know, we have our heritage too. We have our culture too, and just like other people rep theirs, we rep ours. But the difference is, as African Americans, we don't rep y'all like that. we don't adopt y'all culture. We respect it. We respect it because that's what we want. We want the respect. So you don't see a lot. And I know there is some by where you grew up, who you grew up with, where you live. I get it. But what I'm saying is we naturally respect others' cultures. So you're white and you grew up around skaters or surfers and stuff like that. We respect it. You're Hispanic and you was Paisa, whatever. Yo, we respect it. You don't really see us trying to, adopt it and emulate it.
Right.
And then at the same time, and there's nothing wrong with, let me say that too, there's nothing wrong with doing that if you do, because it can be, because where you grew up, who you grew up around, there's nothing wrong with it. But the thing is, when the heat is on, those same motherfuckers who adopt our shit are quick to, hey,
I'm distancing myself.
I'm not. You at a time, like for instance, this is what made me mad. I was at work, and I saw this dude that I work with who's Hispanic, and when the black chick kind of tried to holler at him, she kept saying, are you mixed? And because the black chick was trying to holler at him, he was with it. Yeah, because he looked like he could be mixed. Right. And that was the reason why he looked like he could be mixed with black is because the way he had his hair cut. That's what I'm saying. I'm taking all our shit back. Like Hispanics, whites, they didn't wear tapers and shit, braids and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Jordans and shit like that.
No fades.
And that's what I'm saying. I'm not afraid of putting that shit out there no more because they're quick to diss us or like I know some Hispanics that's like, nah, I don't wear Nikes or Jordans like that because that's black people's shoes. You know what I'm saying? I'm always wearing a poncho or whatever because that's where I'm from. And that's what I'm saying. We respect it. Rep your culture. You know what I'm saying? But you got the ones that do it because they think it's cool. It's cool to look back. You know what I'm saying? Like that old saying. But when it's time to be black, y'all not giving a damn or don't give a fuck about what happened to us because we're black. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, going to that story, the dude was like, yo, she looked good to me, man. So I was like, hell yeah, I'm mixed. Yeah, I'm cool. I grew up that's the first thing the motherfuckers say. I grew up around black motherfuckers. That's why I be saying nigga. Now fuck all that now. And then we dying. Now don't get me wrong, if you know me personally, then you know why I feel like that. And to some it might sound like I don't give a fuck if it do sound like I'm being racist and shit like that, because at the end of the day, like, we out here dying. Y'all motherfuckers are not going, I have a son. I talked to my homeboy Brett, who's white, who told me, Will, when you first told me that you fear for you and your son going out and because of police, he's like, I never thought about that because I don't. I don't worry about my kids' interactions with police officers. I don't. And he was like, man, that's going to stick with me for the rest of my life. He's like, because and he had kids before me. So when I told him that, he was like, man, I never thought about that. He's like, he said that was totally nothing to me. He's like, he's like, why would I?
Can you blame him?
No, I can't, and that's I
get
it.
That's not his fault, though.
I know it's not. Yeah, no. That's I love. That's my homie Brett. I love him.
Hold on, B. What you gotta say?
Where to stop the black hate at? Remember, not too long ago, we was having Stop Asian Hate.
Stop.
And there was even other races saying Stop Asian Hate.
You didn't hear. You didn't hear All Lives Matter.
I didn't hear Black Lives Matter from any poll or anybody that I follow that's other nationalities.
Yeah.
And it's like we always supporting others.
Right.
We never get that shit.
Well, I was just telling somebody this the other day. I said we the most accepting race, but we the race that never get fully accepted.
Exactly.
Man, you own one today.
Exactly, man. Real shit.
That
Well, you
nigga
took-
bomb, man.
You said I had an attitude earlier.
Yo, hey, don't repeat another man said you had an attitude, man. Shit,
That man said it though. Don't
I don't remember saying that.
Don't have.
though.
I don't remember him saying that.
I don't
man.
remember saying that,
All right,
though.
cool.
This
That's
nigga
cool.
Spill's tripping,
That's
man.
cool. That's why nigga O just started laughing because you know he said it.
It sounded like you was crazy. What?
Yeah, man. That nigga, what?
What?
Yeah, man. Like I said, that's why I wrote that post. It's staying up there, man. That shit pushed my button.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I got a bunch of people that was like, "Well, Will, about time. Fuck it."
Yeah, man. I mean, I feel
Fuck
like
it,
I feel like, man, and if you are somebody of another race that does stand with us when we going through our time of needs, I respect that.
Hey, and the dude had a daughter, right?
He had a he had a 1-year-old baby. And this is what I'm saying. Like if you don't stand with us in our time of need, then don't stand with us when everything is cool. Because I mean, I know it's cool to be black because we set the trends.
Right. We look cool.
We look cool. Everything we do is cool. We do shit on accident. It's cool.
Yeah.
I get it.
And let me say this: y'all shit is cool too.
Everybody
Y'all
shit is cool
too.
Everybody shit is cool, but you just have to accept your shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I don't get mad when a Hispanic dude tells me like, "Nah, man, you know, like, nah, I don't listen to hip hop. I listen to my shit." I don't get
respect
mad at that shit.
I love everybody when they them who they are.
Yeah.
You ever heard some say they don't date black women?
They don't black. Yeah, I don't get mad at that shit.
I don't get mad. I don't get mad
Don't get mad at that
if a
shit.
Hispanic dude say he don't date black women. I get mad at him for that.
Yeah, I got a coworker that told me, he was like, "Man, I don't think black women is attractive to me."
That makes me feel some kind of way. I don't know about y'all.
It depends on how.
I think
depends on the situation and how a person says it.
Yeah, I
to
think
you,
it depends on
but
how
me and
it's
him was
said.
having a
Yeah.
personal conversation. So it's nothing wrong with that because some of us think like that about the
about other races. Yeah, about other races. So
and that's what I'm being,
and I think for them to respect, like if I would say, yeah, I don't think white women are attractive.
You don't?
No, I won't fuck with a white woman.
Okay, but you don't. You never looked at a white girl and thought she was pretty and attractive.
No, there's some white girls who are, but that don't mean I would fuck with them.
Okay, but still, that's what gets me when they act like black women are not beautiful.
Oh yeah,
Well,
but then
I get what
know
you.
what I'm
I get that, but I also never heard a Hispanic dude that say he never thought a black woman was attractive.
No, I've heard some say that,
Oh, okay.
but they'll all fuck with a black woman.
Well,
They just wouldn't wife one.
right.
I mean, but then we got blacks that do that too.
Yeah, I agree.
So
but
that's why I'm like, if it depends on the situation and how that personal conversation was going. If you running around just talking about, I don't think African American women are attractive.
Yeah, no,
then yeah, we got problems.
But
if we in the midst of a conversation,
yeah,
and we talking about like if you say you don't like whatever type of women, you don't like whatever woman you don't like, and,
Right.
and then somebody said, well, I don't think.
I like women in general.
Well,
man.
I love women, but it's
Okay.
just certain women that I know I wouldn't.
But it doesn't change that they're beautiful though. You can be like, I can't fuck with the culture. I can't relate. All this other stuff,
Yeah.
but you can't take away
No, you
the
can't.
beauty of a woman, no
No,
matter
you
what
can't. No,
comes
no,
out.
you can't. I wouldn't fuck with them.
And
That's not taking away her beauty.
Yeah, yeah.
right.
That's-
And that's why I said depend on that
Yeah.
situation and that.
Yeah,
that conversation.
I've heard some Hispanic dudes say he only date Hispanic women or whatever it is he is.
No wrong
So
with
that's
that.
fine. That's fine with me.
Yeah.
I'm cool with that.
Years ago, O and I was hanging out with a cat that's Hispanic, and I remember the nigga told us when we all went out to a club, like, yo, I got y'all niggas back and y'all niggas cool, but if some shit go down and it's happen to be my people against y'all people, I gotta roll with, and I respected that shit. I respected it. But that's what I'm saying. Like we are the ones in our culture, we respect it, and it's like we understand it. But the difference is we're not trying to, like, for instance, in that situation with O and I, it wasn't, and I'm not saying this doesn't happen, but think about that. It was two blacks with a Hispanic guy. You know what I'm saying?
Essay.
Essay at that. A real one.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And that's not too often where you see a black with 2 essays, and let's say the black was a gangster, you know, Cripper blood. Now, if it happens like that, my thing is, do you think if the black dude was a Cripper or blood, and he was hanging around these essays, 2 essays, like bang, they from wherever, and he said, "Hey, you know, y'all niggas is cool."
He ain't gonna say it.
But he either no. What I'm saying is, if the brother said it to the essays, "Hey, y'all cool," but if something go down, I gotta roll with my people, nigga. They when they hear that, they probably would disown that nigga. Yet, maybe they'll probably do something to him. But I don't even want to put that energy in the air. But I think after that, they'll be like, "Nah, I don't fuck with, you know,
Probably.
I wouldn't fuck with him no more."
Our culture
You know what
is
I'm
the only
saying?
thing that's packaged up and sold, though.
Right.
Everybody else's is like kept close to the chest.
Right.
But
But-
ours is just sold, gave away.
But I also think is because our culture and our heritage is so far removed from us,
I agree.
Mm-hmm.
and so
Like 10 for 10.
you know what I'm saying. So I think that's why people adapt to it. Like, all right, cool. Hip hop is cool, or
Yeah.
you know, soul music is cool, or whatever. Any music in general, because it all comes from us. It's cool. You know what I'm saying? It's so easy for other people to adapt to it is because if you ask most black people where they from, where they family from is from in Africa, nobody knows.
Right.
Everybody from Arkansas.
But if you ask, let's just say a Mexican, where you from Mexico, they can tell you the city
Yeah.
and everything else.
Yeah.
So that's why they're so close to, oh, this is what I am, this is what I do. But
Right.
us, we don't know what country was in Africa.
Language?
Nothing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
language. Yeah.
We depend on 23andMe, on Jordan and me and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
man.
everybody's Nigerian if you go to 23andMe.
Right.
You know?
Right. And it's crazy because
That's what I keep hearing, too.
and you know it's crazy.
Nigerians be fucking, boy.
Yeah. And it's crazy because
Shout out to Blue Chew.
that's what doesn't get brought to the table too. Sometimes as born African Americans, we bump heads. Well, it's not we bump heads. Some Nigerians and Jamaicans bump heads with us.
They still in touch with their culture.
Because
We're
yeah,
not.
and they be like, "Yo, you're not real black."
What happened, B? Oh,
Invisible B.
Invisible B.
What
yeah.
you say, man?
What'd you say? Say something, nigga. Oh,
He said,
yo, yeah, you right. You
This
should have
nigga
said
need
that.
a mic, man.
No, he shouldn't have said that in the mic.
You done
No,
fucked up.
no,
What?
he shouldn't have said that in.
"See, you done fucked up."
Did you catch me the first one?
What?
Yeah, don't worry about it.
You probably need the mic, man. Get the mic. Let that shit fly, boy.
Shit, man.
Yeah. Yeah, nah, man. Nah,
Man.
but I think I think that's what it is. Though. I think we so removed from our culture, man.
Yeah,
We don't know. If you take a poll on most African Americans, they don't know what part of Africa they family from.
Nah,
Some of
niggas,
them-
Everybody from New Orleans.
niggas rep their cities
Arkansas.
like a motherfucker.
You know what I'm
man.
saying?
Niggas be repping their cities like
Yeah,
a motherfucker. I'm
that's
guilty
all
of
we
that.
can
That's
do.
all we can do.
but that's all we can do, and that's because our heritage was taken from us.
But look at what's happened to the city, though.
Some of them turning white.
That's what I'm saying.
Some of them turning, Hispanic.
You know what I'm saying? Where you grew up, Tash not gonna know nothing about. By the time he's grown, maybe he'll remember my dad used to bring me around there, But he, like,
Nah.
the city that you saw,
No, I don't know. I don't know.
Won't be there.
I can't agree with that because my pops made it a just due to like every time he had me, he would bring me with the exception of my pops being born in Shreveport. I've never went there. But he grew up, on 75th and Hoover. He stayed, Why this nigga look like Frankenstein when I say that?
Yo, fam,
Like, that
buddy.
this nigga turned his face turned his hoodie.
Yo, why the camera turn towards me?
it was like,
Yeah, but my pops, he made it a point to kind of like this, and this is where I grew up. Look, you know, to where a point like I lived over there, you know, for a couple of years. Even to this day, it's kind of like sometimes I didn't call him like when I'm at work and I got my son, and he won't tell me. And my pops won't tell me, but my son, I'll be, you know, I get home from work, I'll be like, yo, what'd you do today? Granddaddy took me over to his old house. You know what I mean? And I love it. And I still kind of do that, you know, with where I grew up, you know, born and raised. I take my son to Inglewood, you know what I'm saying? Especially now that he gets older, you know, they start asking me the questions. You know, I get that from my son. Daddy, where was your you lived with Granny? Where was your house at? Like I tell you that. Listen, we take that trip to Palmdale. You know what I'm saying? Like, look, this was my old house.
That's dope.
You
He's
know?
asking you that.
Yeah. Like
That's real dope.
Where was your room at? You know what I mean? When you was my age. You know what I'm saying? We you know, because we get our haircut in Inglewood, so we there. I'm there every day. But yeah, man, like I'll keep him familiar with it, regardless of
where you are, how far you progress in life,
or if that city is going to change, regardless of that. You know what I mean? So and my mom's used to do that. My grandmother would be in Palmdale, stay talking about how she you know, grew up in Compton and, you know, was born in St. Louis. And especially back then in the 80s, being in Palmdale, they didn't get it. And you see my grandmother right now, you'll think she had no part of Compton. No part of Compton. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, and you know, that's where we used to be. Even before Compton, the projects, the Pueblos. People see little old pictures of my granny in the Pueblos, nigga, them brick apartments. Your stairs was concrete. Nigga, that I fell down. My pops tell that story every time he get a nip in him. Pause, nigga. For the y'all don't know what nip mean, y'all niggas don't know what nip mean.
Hey, but
Now, I know what nip mean, but it just sounds crazy.
No, it do.
do it seem like we hold on for our culture? In our culture, we hold on to the most toxic shit. Not to use that word, but we hold on to like the fucked up shit, and then we pass that on. But in other cultures, it's some real useful life lessons in the culture and traditions that we don't have a lot. And
I think I wouldn't call it toxic. I would say it's our trauma. We all have our own trauma. And we hold on to it because that's what made us.
Right.
Like everything I've been through in life is what made me to who I am today. I wouldn't change nothing I've been through in my life.
At all.
Trump, the good, the bad, and the ugly. I wouldn't change none of that shit. However, I don't need my son to see everything I've been through. But I went through that so I can tell him.
Yeah.
But you don't pass it on.
I don't pass. I don't pass it on. But however, like Will was saying, where I grew up at is not the best of areas. But when my parents move on, I want to keep the house so I can have that for Bash.
Yeah.
And Bash can know, like, this is where we at. This is where we grew up at. You can make it out of here. We go see everything. We go see the world. I promise you that. I'm gonna show you the world.
But you're not passing out. You're
I'm
not passing the
no,
behavior
I'm not,
on.
No, I'm not.
The behavior of that's the result of the trauma. Like, you don't pass that on. You change your behavior.
No. You change your behavior.
You know
but no. I me personally, I'm not passing that on. But I'm not. As he get older, if he asks me certain questions, and as he get a teenager, I'm gonna have a real man conversation with him.
Right. Yeah.
And say, no, this is what happened.
Yeah. Because I have that experience right now. It seems like now that I'm older, because I have a better understanding. Now the conversations with me and my pops, that are deep, go into the grimier ones, and I'm like, yo, I never knew that, pops. That's because he didn't carry that shit when I was a kid. Like for me, like I don't have a problem with telling motherfuckers why I had to live in Palmdale. Right. And I'm definitely don't have a problem with telling my son that. Right. You know, that's why he saw. Oh, you grew up in that. That's like right now. I love that he has that feeling at a younger age that I got at a teen. You know, moving with my grandmother, having a house, upstairs, downstairs, having my own room. versus at a time where, remember I told y'all, when I was growing up in Inglewood, living with my moms, it was like, I only saw white people on TV. I thought everything was an apartment. I thought everything was black and white because that was our TV. You know what I'm saying? I had no cable. You know, all my friends was black. You know what I'm saying? Like, even the schools that I went to, it was black teachers. Like, I didn't get it. I started getting in trouble, blah, 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 blah. End up living with my grandmother, and that stopped me from letting the streets take me under. And then I had different experiences. Now I got white friends. Now I got Hispanic friends. Now I went from ding dong ditch and breaking car windows and game banging to I'm riding skateboards. I'm riding GTs. You know, I'm playing Nintendo and all this shit more. You know what I'm saying? Now we can go around the corner. I don't got to worry about a drive-by and shit like that. And then, like, remember, we talked about it in Vegas. Remember, Doc said it. He's like, nigga, when Will went to Palmdale, he was like, as a kid, he's like, I remember it was totally different the next year I saw him. What'd he say? He's like, yo, that nigga was even talking different. And I'm extremely proud of that. That got me to college.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That got me to broaden my horizons. So I'll let my son know all of that, but like you said, as he gradually gets older, I'm not telling him that and now, other than the positive. Like I said, like when I talk to my pops now, I be like, damn. But there's a reason why he's like, yo, now I can tell you about street shit that I did because I know you understand it now.
And see, that's the thing is like if you using me, my pops, Will met him. Everybody think my pops is just
hilarious.
Everybody think my pops is like an older version of me and my brother.
Yeah, definitely.
But me and my brother growing up with him, I remember my brother's 6 years older than me. So when I was maybe like 12, my brother's 18. He used to tell me, hey, your pops was a blood. And as I got older, I start understanding certain things.
Right.
And I'm like, oh, okay, I get it. But pops never pushed that down on us. You know what I'm saying? Even though we live where we live at, he was like, nah, I'm not pushing that. I'm here. I'm gonna keep this home for you, and I'm gonna show you love that you need inside this house.
My point was a lot of people did.
A lot of people do. No, a lot of people do that,
and it had a cycle, perpetual cycle.
But see, to me, I'm in a process of breaking cycles. You know what I'm saying?
Well, a lot of men in our generation,
right? So that's what's gonna be dope about our kids, our sons, our daughters.
Yep,
and then their kids. My pop said that all the time. He'd be like, Will, I totally love, and it's crazy because I remember seeing him and his homies. I'm like, I'm really just reflecting what I saw, but he know personal stuff. So he got the homies that was like, yeah, you saw the good times and we was nipping and we was having, we was cool.
Chilling, yeah.
But you know, some of us had personal shit going on. Like, yo, I don't understand why you're not in your kid's life and you know, bumping. And he was like, he said that all the time. He was like, yo, Will, like, y'all generation is dope. He said, especially because we are the fathers that failed to gangs, gang violence,
drugs,
street shit, and drugs. He's like, I could have easily, my pops always said this, he's like, man, I could have easily been a drug addict. You know what side of the street that I went with, and then even with my pops going into being a Rasta and all that, he was like, I still was around it. I'm no different. He's like, and I could have been, you know, I got certain uncles that are deadbeats, became drug addicts. You know, his first cousins that are like uncles to me, you know, that was the same thing. They don't even know, you know, have kids of our generation that be like, yo, fuck my dad. But I don't understand that because I'm like, yo, I seen him as my uncle every day.
Right.
You know, so you fell into the whatever that got him caught up. But he say when he see, you know, whenever we have functions at the crib,
he see
he see us, he be like, yo, man, he's like, yo, I love how y'all take that shit serious. He said, but the thing is, he's like, y'all not gonna get it until y'all see how y'all kids are. You know, he's like, because I get it on top of how I see y'all. And he's like, but the generation before y'all that was led by us, he's like, we wasn't some of us wasn't like that. And you talk about my pops never knew his dad. He never knew his dad.
And that's funny because when my dad talked about his pops, he said his pops was in and out of his life. So he said he used that as a motivation factor. Like, whenever I have kids, I'm there no matter what. I don't give a fuck if I'm with her or not. You know, luckily they still together.
Yep.
But he was like, nah, like I'm there. I'm gonna be there no matter what.
Your mom's and pops still together?
Yeah. I feel like I'm one of the lucky ones. I told Will that, like, there's a lot of times when niggas have conversations about growing up in a single parent home, I shut the fuck up.
He's like, yo, I stay out of it.
Shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
Stay out of it.
I don't have no input on that.
Yep.
I know when to shut the fuck up.
Yep. This nigga is literally the only homie that I got that grew up with both of his parents in the same household.
Mm-hmm.
The only one, and I can say I can call about 10 niggas my homies.
Amir.
I mean that then you know that's two.
Two.
2 out of 2. That means that's 2 out of 11.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and I'm only saying 11. If I count who
You
I
know
I say is
yeah.
all my homies,
Yeah.
nigga, is we gonna hit 10 before we hit one more. You know
It's
what I'm
true.
saying?
It's very true.
Yeah,
true.
you know what I mean. So it is what it is, and it's like even with me as a father now, like I hate the fact that my son is not gonna he's gonna have a similar of me, you know, as far as I didn't grow up in the household of having my mom and my dad, but that's the thing. And that, like you said, that's the cycle that I'm breaking too. Just because you don't mean you won't be successful, don't mean you won't be smart, logical, whatever, because I say this all the time too. Me and my pops, like behind closed doors, like we always talk about this. All my homies, family members, and all that shit, I got people that are jealous of me and my pops' relationship. But if I said, you know, what my pops, a lot of people naturally assume because of how me and my pops are so cool, a lot of people naturally assume that, and I'm not saying he wasn't there from day one, but the typical, yo, you had that birds and the bees conversation. You know, you know, he was taking you to the park every day. You know, he taught you how to drive. He taught you how to tie a tie. You know what I'm saying? All the typical shit. If I tell you that I didn't go through none of that shit, you wouldn't believe it because of the aerodynamic of the relationship that we got now. You know, now motherfuckers think me and my pops is brothers. You know what I'm saying? But if I tell you, like, yeah, nah, I you know, pops didn't sit me down and say, like, yo, you going through the birds and are you know, what's going on down there? You got that? I see some hair right there. Let's talk about this. Nah, I ain't had none of that. I ain't had none of that. Driving the car, nigga. You know how I learned how to drive a car? I learned how to drive a car from washing my grandmother's car because she would let me drive it out of the garage to the driveway. That's how I learned how to drive a car. Backing up and going in. And then one day I stole it. Before that, what was I doing? I was driving go-karts.
Are you kidding me?
I just logically was like, yo, this shit like driving a go-kart. That's how I learned how to drive. I'm talking about I had 2 feet on the motherfucking pedal, nigga. 2 feet. And you would think people say it all, man, you and your pops, y'all, I know y'all used to hoop or whatever, you know, like, nah, my pops tell you yourself, like, I didn't even start playing. My pops didn't even start playing ball until he was 30.
What was your first example of like a real life black dad that you seen that was believable on TV?
On TV?
On a movie.
Furious.
I was
about Boys in the Hood.
My nigga.
Yeah.
My nigga.
Yeah.
Furious. Huh?
But the cool part about it, I was gonna say, like, the funny thing about that is, back in the day, even still now, like, Furious remind me of my pops. When I seen Furious, I was like, yo, he act like my dad. And I didn't get it back then. You talking about Boys in the Hood came out in 92, right? So I didn't get the message. We wasn't watching that movie for the
you just
message.
saw his behavior.
I just saw his behavior and was like, he act like my dad.
Yeah. But
And that's dope as fuck.
That was the norm. That was the norm for the dads that were in their kids' life. They kind of act like him.
Yeah.
You know?
Yep.
Cosby and motherfucking what was his name?
Uncle Phil.
Uncle Phil. Uncle Phil was kind of legit.
Uncle Phil was legit. I just think the Cosbys was like, he was a doctor and she was a lawyer. Like we didn't see that.
I didn't.
Like,
I didn't watch the Cosby for the message.
You couldn't relate that. You
Yeah,
couldn't
we
relate
didn't
that.
see. We didn't see that in our homes. Like, you know what I'm saying? In most of our homes.
Yeah, I watched the Cosbys because my older cousins and my moms and all that was watching it.
Right,
And I
right.
was, you know, I didn't. What
about Family Matters?
That too. I loved. I watched.
You
it. I
like
watched,
that show, didn't
I
you?
watched Family Matters
Because
for Urkel.
it's more relatable too, though.
I
watched Family Matters for Urkel.
Like the dad was,
but
a
his dad
cop.
wasn't believable.
Nah.
But what I'm saying is, but I'm not talking about like he was a cop though, so he had like a regular job. He wasn't like nothing like okay, I'm a fucking lawyer or a
You know,
doctor. You know
I
what I'm
didn't
saying?
see no
Being a
dads like
one-time
that.
is a regular job. Oh,
Oh yeah.
yeah, I guess.
All you gotta do is know how to tie a knot and jog.
Huh?
Tie a knot and jog. That's all you gotta do.
Huh?
Tie a knot
What?
like with a rope.
Huh?
Top. How do you do that?
Whoa, whoa.
Yo, B fam, you chilling? You tripping, fam?
Damn.
Hey, he is tripping.
Visible? I think it said visible. Oh, yeah.
Invisible B.
Yeah, man. Nah.
Vitamins.
Yeah, it was Furious for me, man. And like I said, I was like, yo, Furious remind me of my pops, man.
Me too.
You know,
That's why I asked that question.
these niggas mean.
Yeah.
I was like, this nigga mean.
But now you find yourself in those Furious Styles situations where
Man.
you're trying to teach your son. I'm telling you this for your own good, son.
That nigga's-
every time.
That nigga said, listen, Trey, you might, I know all his quotes, especially now since I had Tash, man. Like that nigga said, you might think I'm being hard on you right now, but what I'm trying to do is just teach you how to be responsible my way. Your friends don't got no one to teach them that. He's like, and I don't know if it's gonna work, but I'm gonna do it. But I remember seeing that scene as a kid, like, damn, this nigga made him rake all them leaves. That was a lot. That's fucked up. He gotta wash them dishes. That dirt. That nigga, I feel Trey when Trey was like, I gotta wash that fucking bathroom. That nigga was bench pressing like, yeah. That nigga said, and I commend Trey. I was like, yo, that nigga was like, yo, what you gotta do? But that line right there, that nigga said, I don't gotta do nothing. As a kid, I was like, this nigga said you don't gotta do nothing. That's fucked up. But when that nigga broke that shit down after that, I don't gotta do nothing but make sure you got a roof over your head. I'm putting clothes on your back and food on the table for you to eat. And I wasn't as smart as Trey back then as a kid watching it at 12 when he thought about it on that scene and was like, I'm glad I ain't got to pay no bills. Because when I heard bills as a kid, I was like, what the
Fuck a bill.
Your parents, I got to pay bills. I don't give a fuck. I don't know what that is.
No.
Buy me this motherfucking Voltron.
Yeah, nigga.
You know what I'm saying?
Buy me this toy. Fuck your bill, nigga.
I heard you say you have to pay bills. Well, can you pay for the Voltron?
Cool. After you pay them bills,
Yeah.
can you give me this Optimus Prime? My
Yeah.
nigga.
Some
man.
kids had the sense of what was going on.
Yeah.
My son,
Not
though,
me.
He be like, my son be like, "Hey, Daddy, after you be like, you got a lot of bills to pay?
Yeah.
Because this is one toy I want. This video game I want.
Shit.
If you have enough, I'm like, yeah, I got you, man. I got
Titus is a genius.
you, man.
That nigga-
Bash should go in the store and he'd be like, Daddy, I want this toy. I'm like, how much is it? He'd be like, it's $29.99. He'd be like, that's a lot of money, huh, Daddy? And that gives me the option if I got it or not. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, no, I got it. They don't worry about it. I'm like, nah, yeah, that's a lot of money.
Bash is a genius. You know, I love it. You know what I'm saying? But that ain't Tash. Tash is, yo, when are you gonna get it? You said you was gonna get it. You remember you told me I'll get you everything I want. Remember you said that. I'm like, yeah.
No,
I did
Tash
say
is a
that.
genius too, though.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You know.
He could be a great debater.
Yeah.
He
But
could be a great debader. He'll be like, that's what you said. All right.
Yeah,
I'm gonna hold that in my pocket
he
till it's
hold-
time for me to bring it out.
He definitely hold your word.
Mm-hmm.
He
holds you accountable.
He holds you accountable.
He gonna hold you
man,
accountable.
for
Yeah,
everything,
man. Now,
for everything.
that's a genius too,
Yeah,
man.
you said you was gonna make my breakfast when you got up and brushed your teeth. I saw you brush your teeth, Daddy.
Where my
But
breakfast?
I don't see the breakfast yet.
I don't see my breakfast.
That's
Where's
you
it?
all day, though.
That nigga told me the other day. He walked in the room and he went in the refrigerator and saw a cactus cooler and he came in the room and was like, Daddy, it's a cactus cooler in the refrigerator. I said, yeah. He said, yeah, but you said you don't drink soda. I said, I know. I just drunk it because I was thirsty that day. He said, yeah, but you said you don't drink it. So why'd you drink it? And I was like,
It sounds like you talking to him.
yeah. I said, man, dude, I was thirsty, man. And that's all we had. Yeah, but you don't drink soda. You couldn't drink a water bottle. I always see those too. Like, yo, you gonna go upstairs? Feel me? But I love it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I love it, man. So,
Yeah, every times where like I'll be telling basketball, are we gonna drink water today? And I go get like a Gatorade or something. He be like, Daddy, nah, that's not water.
mm-hmm.
Well, that's Hennessy.
I'm like, what? Yo, if Bass said that's Hennessy, man, you gotta get a job.
If he says no, if Bass says that, you need to stop drinking Hennessy.
But you know what's funny? You know what's funny is I don't drink around him.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I don't drink around. I don't drink around him at all.
You know,
okay.
I'm
drinking around mine.
Hey,
But I'm gonna tell you why I don't drink. Hold on, Will. I'm gonna tell you why I don't drink around him. It's because as close as I am with my dad, all the pictures that I have with my dad when I was little, him, all his brothers and sisters had alcohol in their hand. Like my dad was holding me with alcohol, some alcohol in his hand. So I said, again, breaking the curse.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
let me, since we talking about OG LZ, nigga, one of the classic funniest experiences I had at this nigga house came all in the same day. Pause. I was chilling at this nigga Spill's house, and his pops was putting up Christmas lights. And when I pulled up in the driveway, he was in the driveway and he had the gate open to go into the backyard. He had pulled out the lights and shit like that. So I'm just being respectful. And I go over there like, how you doing, Mr. L? Like, what's up, Will? And it's funny because he think I cuss a lot. So when he be on the phone and shit, this nigga be telling Mark like, yo, tell Will I said what the fuck's up. You know what I'm saying? And every time I see him, he like, hey man, you cussing today? Like you cuss like a motherfucker. That's all you say is motherfucker. So that shit is funny. So I was trying to be respectful. I walked through the garage, the driveway, my bad. I was like, what's up, Mr. LZ? How you doing? He's like, what's up, Will? And it was just some lights on the ground. I was like, what you doing? He's like, I'm just separating the lights. I said, you need some help? That nigga went like, he said, nah, this shit probably too heavy for you. now, mind you, Mr. LZ, you know what I'm saying? He older, so and the thing was, I was kind of convinced. He was like, he looked at the little lights and looked at me and was like, nah, this too heavy for you, man. Like go inside. All right. So long story short, we got hungry and we went to go get some food. And while this nigga Mark was like getting the food or whatever, I was getting my bond in with Sebastian. So Sebastian was telling me about his cars and shit, and we was having a full blown conversation about like what car is fast and I was I got in kid mode. I do that with kids. I try to spark the conversation. So I'm talking about you got to put gas in the car. You know what kind of engine is in the car, and you know how kids just respond. You know they just be saying, yeah, well, I don't know. What kind of engine is in that car? He'd be like a Crayon. I'd be like, yeah. Those is fast. You know what I'm saying? My Spider-Man car got a blue Crayon. I'm like, yeah, my car do. So, I just go with it. So we were talking about gas. And I was like, yeah, we got to make sure we put gas in the car. And he was like, yeah, you can have this car. This one got gas in it. I filled it up the other day. So, mind you, me and Mark got the food. We sitting there. His pops had gravitated towards the front. Was putting the lights up in the front. And he walked in and he said something, and Mark thought he said something about Hennessy. So Mark had went to the door before he walked in and was like, Pops, I got the food. Come in there, it's right here. So he walked in, and when he walked in, he said something that sounded like Hennessy. You know how we do. That's how everybody think like that. How we are on No-Rulez is exactly how we are. You know what I'm saying? When we all kicking it, all of us, all the homies. So Mark said, what? You thinking about Hennessy? And he stopped his track. Like he was walking past us to go grab his food. And he was like, Hennessy. And I think Pops don't drink, right?
He don't drink no more.
Yeah. So Mark was like, you said something about how Hennessy. And it's like, I was like, wait, his Pops don't even drink. Why would he say? I said, why would Mark think he said Hennessy? But his Pops reacted like, he looked and was like, Hennessy, nah, I can't talk to you right now. I ain't on break. I said, wait.
He wanted something.
No, he didn't hear me. That nigga, that's what made him stop. Mm-hmm. He wanted to tell Mark, like, what I got of it was he wanted to tell Mark, like, nigga, I don't drink I don't even fucking drink. But he was so focused on putting them Christmas trees, Christmas lights up. He said, Hennessy. well, I can't talk to y'all right now, man. I ain't on break. And I told Mark, he went and got his food and walked out. And I said, Mark, what is he on break for? This ain't a real job. Like I was like, what the fuck is going on? He's like, man, Pops is in the zone. So he got his food and he walked out. And when he was walking out, he's like, Pops, man, you know you gonna eat your food. He's like, what time is it? And we was like, it's like 12:45. Somebody said, yeah, I ain't on lunch yet.
He retired?
Yeah.
So Pete, this is the end of the story. I'm going back and forth with Sebastian about the gas. So Mark, Sebastian, and his dad go outside. And I guess Pops had told Mark, like, damn, Sebastian and Will having a deep conversation about gas. And I was just making this shit up. Sebastian told me, like, we got gas in the backyard. And I just said, let's go fill up the toys with the gas. So I heard Mr. Elzy say, you know, they having a full-blown conversation, man. Like, this, you know, he can hear us. He's like, basically, he was kind of like, this shit is funny, but it's dope because, you know, it's my grandson, whatever. Yeah. I go outside, and I'm telling them about the conversation. I was like, you know, I'm like, hey, you know, it's funny, man. Me and Sebastian was talking about the gas in the backyard. Mr. Elzy said, what was y'all talking about? And I was like, gas in the backyard. We was talking about, you know, putting it in the car. And I was like, yeah, he had me dying because he was like, yeah, we gotta go get the gas in the backyard. I'm thinking his pop's gonna laugh and be like, man, that's my grandson. He funny, you know what I'm saying? That's dope. That nigga looked at me with like a frown and was like, that nigga tapped Mark. He said, Sebastian, tell people we got gas in the back. Tell people about my gas. And it had me convinced again. I was like, yo, these niggas got gas in their backyard? Like, and he don't crack no smile. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, nothing, man. That shit was fucking hilarious, man. But shout out to Mr. Elzy, man. That dude is the humble, funny, man, natural, like you know what I'm saying? He's dope. And shout out to Miss Elzy too, man. She be looking out. Every time I pull up, man.
So you drink around Tash?
I don't let him see what's you know, what's in my. I have drunk around him, but he don't see the bottle and he don't see his liquor. He'll just see the cup, but he don't pay. You know, it's just like if I'm drinking juice or water.
Because when I say that, I don't mean like you get hammered by the kid with the kids.
No, see, the thing is like when I'm with most of the time when I'm with Bash, I'm by myself. So I don't drink when I'm by myself, unless it's like he gone or whatever, and I just
then you drink by yourself.
Yeah, I get a grab. I get my little glass of Hennessy.
So you drink by yourself?
Not often.
Nobody in the house, just
not
by
often.
you?
Not
by
often.
yourself?
Not often.
Oh, okay.
But what I'm talking about, like I don't drink when I'm with him is like when most of the time when it's me and him, nah. I have the alcohol in the room, and he knows like that's not for me. But I don't drink. I don't do that when I'm with him. Now, like if I take him to Wheelhouse, like he said, we might be in the red cups.
Yeah.
Badge don't know what's in there because
that's what I mean.
Yeah. No. But that's like that don't happen often though.
Yo, shout out to my nigga Sean in Jersey. My nigga just hit me that nigga said Cactus Cooler. We don't got that shit out here. I miss that shit. That's my nigga that's from Jersey who lived out here, you know what I'm saying, for a little bit. That's how we met. And nigga moved back home to New Jersey, man. That nigga said, nigga, that story is funny as fuck. Shout out to my nigga Sean Canty, man.
Mercedes said my child don't care about bank account at all. She swear I can afford everything she won't. She don't even ask no more.
Oh, yeah. And my thing is, I think that shit is dope because that's what my grandmother did to me. Like, I felt like right now, I feel like my grandmother got me everything that I wanted. Then I have conversations with my pops, and he's like, you know, my great auntie, actually I think she's my great, raised him. And he was like, yo, I just felt like every day was a Saturday. And he was like, you know, I tried to do that with y'all, but it's extremely different because I have an older sister. He was just with my auntie, similar to just me with my grandmother. It was just me.
Right.
You know what I mean? So they, you know, we're the focus. It's nothing shared. But my pops did that. He say he remember having those feelings because that's how his auntie made him feel, who raised him, is like his, you know, like a mother. Same with me and my grandmother. Like I like to hear my pop say that. I was like, damn, that's crazy. Like as I got older, I was like, that's how I felt. Like it seemed like my grandmother, like she never told me no, never to nothing. And I'm not just saying I'm not just saying just with material things to nothing. Granny, I want to go to driver's ed. Okay, let's go.
She ever fuss at you?
When I got in trouble, I needed it.
But I think that's the good parental parents. Like if you was to get your son, your kids, whatever they want, but at the same time when it comes time to discipline them,
then
that's cool. Then that's fine.
No,
that's fine. Because I feel like my parents did that. Like if I ask for something, I don't ask for much, but if I ask for something, like they'd get it from me. But when I fucked up.
Yeah, they'll let you know.
No,
or they react. Yeah, that's how
it's a reaction.
I tell people, like, I remember back in the day, like junior high, elementary and shit, motherfuckers be like, yo, you spoiled. Like, nah, like my granny like taught me responsibility. Like I people don't realize that, yeah, I got everything I wanted, but I actually worked for it too. I would go to her and she would be, when it got to, yo, you want those Jordans? I'm gonna get them. But this is what you gotta do to get them. That's what's not talked about. So I remember I had cousins and homies that be like, yo, nigga, you spoiled. I didn't get that back then. For a long time, I didn't know what spoiled was because I wasn't going to school telling them what I did for the shoes neither.
Right.
I was just flossing them.
Right.
I was just enjoying it. But yeah, you talking about cleaning shit. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? The dog from the dog every day, mowing the lawn. You know what I'm saying? Those shoes is $150 now? Okay, well paint the garage. Cool. Yeah, I don't know what I'm doing, but go. You got when they come out Saturday. Well, if you want them on Saturday, when should you start? You definitely not gonna be finished by Saturday if you start Friday, right? All that. You know what I'm saying? You want your own phone line? Cool. Every day when you come home from school, you tired from practice?
You gotta do
stuff
this.
like that. Yep. You hit every bathroom.
You had your own phone line?
Yeah.
Nigga, you spoiled.
Nah, nigga, I was working.
But back then, spoiled man, you got everything. It didn't matter how you got it or whatever, because a lot of kids couldn't get everything.
I think spoiled is like when you get when somebody else has something. To kids.
To kids, spoiled means you get everything.
Or
no matter what you did for it.
Or it's like
right. To kids.
Or it's like you had something that I couldn't get.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying. Like I asked my parents for these shoes. They told me no, but you come to school and you go, "Oh, you a spoiled ass nigga."
Right.
Yeah. Because he's looking like, damn, no matter what I do, I can't get that shit.
Right. I can't get that shit, but you got it. Yeah, you a spoiled ass nigga. Fuck you, little spoiled ass nigga.
And that's why
you know what I'm saying.
Yeah. That's why I said that's what didn't get talked about. I never went to school and it's nigga, Will, you always got new shoes. I never was like, but I had to clean up shit every day.
You thought that was normal.
I thought, around my house, living with my grandmother.
You thought that was normal thing to do.
That's what I had to do. Like, so, you want to go outside? Is your schoolwork done? Mm-hmm. Yep. Did you take out? And trust me, it was a million days where I was like, fuck, I'll get the, I'm going to get the, no. Didn't you say you want to go outside and play?
First.
Didn't you say you wanted to go hoop?
That's a good thing to do.
So hit those trash cans.
But see,
and this was every day.
But so for me,
every day.
Me, it started now, and this was like small things. Like when I go pick Bash up from school, he'd be like, "Daddy, can I get a donut?" But I would talk to his teacher, like, "Yo, how was he in school?"
Yeah,
and he don't know I'm an asker, so he don't know like it's based on what she say.
Yeah,
and if she say, "Yo, he did good, he did this," all right, cool, we can go get one. I don't got a problem with it.
Yeah,
but if he didn't do his work, he was acting up, you ain't getting shit.
Yeah.
But it starts there. You know what I'm saying?
You got and you gotta start it early.
Mark kind of look like Furious Styles too.
I don't know. I ain't looking at that.
He said, I don't know.
But yeah, I started with that shit with Tash early. I remember me and his mom had a conversation about buying him these toys or these V-Bucks is a waste of money. Like, nah, you don't understand why I'm doing this every day. Because, when he's with me, he'll ask me, "Daddy, can I get V-Bucks? Daddy, can I get this toy?" Cool, I start right now. Like, I let him, take all the toys out you want. You know what I'm saying? But we gonna make sure we put all them shits back before the night is done, or before you move to something else. So when you like, I want to play the video game. Cool, go get the go pick up them toys, or go put your dirty clothes over here, put your clean clothes over here. This is where this go. You know, structure, and this is a difference between my household and his mom household. Not to say it's
Which one's
it's
better
which
or
one's
not?
better,
No, it's just a
you know,
difference.
but
It's just a difference.
I just emulate. You know what I'm saying?
What you would want.
And what I was going through.
But being different is a good thing because
Oh, yeah.
you have different roles in his life.
Right.
So,
Right.
You know.
Yeah, man. So, and I love it.
Yeah.
I love that shit,
Yeah.
man. And it's got to the point where I know it's affecting him in a good way because sometimes he'll beat me to it.
Yep.
Hey, daddy, especially now that he's older, you already know I'm gonna ask you for some V-Bucks, but look, this is what I did. And he'll take a picture. This is how the room looked before I asked you. And then now look. And then he'll tell me, go upstairs and look. He have all this. Sometimes it'd be little simple shit. It'd be like, it'd only be like 3 toys.
1 or 2 things.
But that's dope because he knows.
Yeah, because and that's setting that pattern for him. Like
Consistency.
that's setting that. So now he knows like if I want something, I have to work for it.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? Like that's the because that's what I was taught. Even with both parents in my house,
Yeah.
they didn't buy me nothing unless I got for it. Like unless I worked for it. Whether it was good grades, whether it was I did my chores, whatever it was.
Yeah.
I couldn't unless I did what I was supposed to do.
Yep.
And so that's what I want to set. And luckily for me, his mom is the same way. She's more strict than I am when it comes to buying him shit. Even when he do shit right, she be like, nah, he only doing it because he want it.
Right.
But to me, I feel like, nah, he did it, so he deserve it.
Right.
Y'all niggas have a whole different experience.
I just read the other day. Did y'all see Jackie Chan?
You mean Jet Li's?
Nah, Jackie Chan he said he was giving some of his money to charity before he give it to his son because he was like that's making my son not work for what he wants. He said if I just give it to him, he won't respect it, and he'll be wasting my money. So he's like, if he wants something, he's like, yo,
gotta work for it.
I'm teaching him to work for it. And his son is older guy. Older guy. He was like,
His son probably our age.
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
And he was like, no, they showed like something. It was just like I think Monday I saw it. It was like it was a picture of him and his son, and he was like Jackie Chan. I just told like the reporter, like I guess the son is trying to be like an actor or something, and he had this nice amount of money at this particular time, and the reporter was like, yo, why'd you get that to charity and not your son? And he was just like, because if I get that to my son, he was like, he gonna feel like he ain't gotta work for it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Regardless if we rich.
Shit, I had to work with no incentive.
Yeah.
My incentive was because I told you so.
Yes,
no,
sir.
I had that too.
You know what I'm saying? Like
We had, I'm about to say even
wasn't no Jordans, wasn't none
I
of
had
that
that
shit.
too.
None of that
no,
shit, man.
we had that too.
No, I had that too.
We had that too.
No, I had that too.
Yeah,
I'm still scared of moms because of that.
yeah, man.
One day, nigga, once I hit my growth spurt when I was a senior, it might be my first year out of high school. She looked at me, stood at me in my chest, and said, "I'll kill everybody in this house."
I'll kill everybody.
I said, "Nah, I ain't fucking with you." Listen, in life, I ain't fucking with you. I ain't fucking with you, mom.
But even though I didn't get anything in return, my mom was teaching me a lesson.
Yeah,
Right.
Keep your space clean.
Yeah.
Right.
Keep your hygiene up.
Yeah.
All this stuff. Like I didn't know as a kid. You know how that goes. As a kid, I'm like, man, she being mean, man. I gotta clean these baseboards.
Yeah.
Who looks at these?
Yeah,
I'm watching
I
them.
ain't finna
I'm
dust.
watching that. I'm watching them. I'm like, who looks at these?
Man, I remember. Yeah, no, I don't even want to tell that. Yeah, fuck that. Yeah, but nah. Shout out to Mama Rosby.
Yeah.
Oh, it's Gary.
No, Mama
It's
Garrett.
Gary. Man. She'll
Mama
tell you.
Garrett.
She'll tell you.
Yeah, she'll probably cuss me out. No, don't call my last name ain't Rosby.
God damn it.
Shout out to all the good parents, man. I want to send shout out to all my homies because every dude I know, whether they with the kid's mom or not,
Yeah.
are great fathers.
Yeah, me too. Yeah.
And so you know, I got 2 here with me right now.
Yeah,
That's fathers.
I always say I don't know no deadbeat dad.
Yeah, I don't know no dad. And
don't-
I wouldn't know no deadbeat dad,
Yeah.
honestly. I wouldn't rock with you. But I want to send a shout out, like I said, all my homies who's doing their shit, whether you with the kid's mom or not. That's fucking dope, man. Y'all got anything else before you get up out of here?
Yeah.
And that was fast.
This microphone smell like ass.
Even deep.
That's cool.
Oh, you got anything before we get up out of here?
Man, God bless everybody. We doing okay. Everybody winging it.
It's a dope hat.
Just be cool.
Everybody winging
Winging it.
it.
Everybody act like they got it together, but all of us in reality is just winging it. You know what I'm saying?
That's true.
Yeah.
No, that's true. That's true. But shout out to like I said, shout out to O for pulling up.
Yeah, always.
man.
My nigga, man.
Always.
You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about. Shout out to the Invisible B.
Shout out to the listeners, everybody in the message board. I didn't get not one message though about y'all motherfuckers don't listen in the message board. I think I said give us y'all DMX song that whatever put y'all on, made y'all fans out there. Y'all don't fucking listening, man. Y'all pay attention to the wrong shit.
Yeah, nigga. I want to say shout out to
y'all still got time to let me know,
this
man.
Nigga stupid. Yeah, y'all better answer this nigga Will. While I'm giving a shout out.
Answer the fucking question.
I'm giving a shout out to Townhouse Media. Shout out
Stupid
to
motherfuckers, man. God damn. India said I did. I didn't see shit.
I want to say shout out to
You cuss a lot, man.
Motherfuckers,
yeah,
man.
come on, cussing Will.
No comprehending son of a bitch.
Send us out to Townhouse Media, Dolly.
That shit a fucking question, man.
Send us out. I want to send a shout out to everyone in Townhouse Media, man. And again, man, send a shout out to
Now you motherfuckers want to answer.
who we be.
It's the end of the fucking the show.
Y'all don't read
fucking
comment.
kidding
You
me?
ain't gonna
I wanna-
see the shit once the shit turn off, dumb motherfucker.
I want to send a shout out to my nigga Ill Will, my nigga.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Shout out to my homeboys for reasons y'all never know.
Y'all won't ever understand that shit.
Yeah. Who we be slipping.
But B, you got anybody to say
Stupid
shout out to?
motherfucker.
Invisible B.
I'm playing, y'all. I'm bullshitting. I love y'all.
Send us out to House Media, man.
Man, what about peace though?
Fuck the police.
On the count of 3.
Fuck them.
Police. Fuck them.
Are you fucking kidding me? Are you fucking kidding me?
Yo, I think B still recording.